Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the European crossover webinar. And we have seen equities rebound. We came into the 38% area. We'll go and take a look at that. And we've actually moved a bit higher here. I've actually taken the short and I've actually got an add on here. Let's go on and move into, hang on, move kind of things around here. Okay, so here we are, and we've actually, a moment. Sorry, I'm yawning. We did get up here to the 38% here, and we're looking at this level here at 28.50. I actually had scalped a little bit, took some off. I actually had another scalp here as they made up to almost 28.50. Took another scalp off, but I kept the original one from here, and I just recently put in a scalp at 28.59. Sorry about that. I was actually up during the RBA, and generally not up that late. I mean, sometimes it'll happen, but I had the position up, but I already scalped it. I just only had the one. I thought it was even came close to even getting out of that one, and was going to even add on. I think it missed me by about half a handle or something like that. But I was still comfortable with it. And then just in case, I put in a limit at 28.59. Obviously, got hit. And so here we are. If you look on the 2 hour, we're actually up here at this level here at the coming right here in the top of the zone. One of the reasons that I thought we could have a little bit more push, because before the end of the U.S. session, we were potentially looking for a move up to about 28.38. Or I was trying to come in, I think it was Chi who was also trying to come in around that same level. And we came up short, didn't make it up there, and the market, pulled back a little bit. Things put into the 28.26, 28.27. We rallied up a little bit higher, we kind of rotated back. The reason I thought it had more room to go is because, with me, we closed above we had, remember we spent the day trying to work up higher. We finally resolved ourselves. Not only that, we got above 2-day VWAP. And I said, that means that this market is going to have more ability to push even higher. Now, how high? I mean, I thought we could push up to the 28.60s, but I thought, okay, initially we can make it up to the 38%. We may pare back a little bit. And I thought best case scenario was really going to be like 28.33-ish, maybe. Eventually, after it moved up and down. But of course, we resolved ourselves even higher. So this move up in here doesn't surprise me at all, because once again, we were able to get, remember we had rallied off of here, and then the market kept falling back, kind of sitting there, fell back a little bit, kind of sat there, fell back just a little bit, but still held. And then we broke and looked like it was going to work lower. I actually got very fortunate. I was able to cover my original short from early in the morning right down here in this dip, and posted, some charts on. That's a good area to cover. I thought it might even fall a little bit lower, but I didn't want to get greedy, and turned out to work out well. So we finally worked back higher, and then finally we break to new highs, and we try to make a push. But the key thing, we got up above 2-day VWAP. That gave me the indication, hey, you can still make a further move. So coming up to 28.60 does not surprise me, although I would have thought that once we got up to 28.45, we kind of like dancing here, then we'd come back down to about 28.33, then we'd make another move higher, but we're actually just pushing up higher here. So anyway, that's a take on that. You can see 2-day VWAP on the NASDAQ also, you see here. And we'll go in and take a look at the other indices, which is Dow and Russell. I don't trade either of these, although actually I took a short in the Dow futures. I think it was on Friday afternoon. just for a very minor amount. But I do use them, and you can see here there's the 2-day VWAP here, 2-day VWAP here. You can see they're well above it. I do use those to work in complementary fashion with the other pairs to see what's happening, if I can see any kind of divergences or confirmation. Then essentially, that's the way I trade. Of course, I'm using the book map here to try and fine tune some scalps or whatever, but I myself have an outlook that I determine, or not I determine, but I'm looking at the market, trying to see if I can see something on the broader. One of the things that helped me, I was able to catch the turn last Wednesday as we put in the highs up in here. Remember I was talking about the Greystone Doge and all that. I caught the highs. Although the only thing that was kind of frustrating is I didn't stick around to catch a lot of the bigger move, which some of the other people did go on. But then I had some issues with my login. But still, that should not have prevented me at the time from capitalizing as much as it had fallen this whole area. So I caught the top, but the meat of the move, I ended up not catching very much of it. So, but like I said, seeing this move back, this doesn't surprise me. So if you're looking at the Russell, possibly we could make it up this high. I thought we might pull back a little bit here, and then we'd go back higher. But once again, like I said, I try and look at all those in tandem to try and get an idea of where I believe where I think the S&P will go to, and then I look at the others for confirmation or non-confirmation of a move that helps me. And then what I do is I just look at the different time periods for them to go on and give me an indication as to where the extent of a move or where the move may potentially run out of gas. Anyway, enough of that. I just want to touch on that. Let me take a look here. Also, probably a little bit of supportive. May also be here. Crude's doing a lot better. Let's take a look at gold. We talked about this, that gold could come up in here and we might have some trouble. Looks like we did have some trouble yesterday. I don't pay attention really too much to either one. I'll have it up there just in case something happens. But certainly the crude doing a little bit better is providing an extra positive boost for equities. Let's go on and let's take a look here. We do have UK services PMI, but that's final at the bottom of the hour. Then we do have Eurozone producer prices at the top of this next hour. And then we have New Zealand dairy prices. Coming into the States, we have Canadian trade balance and final composite market composite PMI. That's going to be at 9:45 Eastern. So that's not really a whole lot on the calendar. With that, we'll go on and move into the news. Equity's still staying pretty firm. Look at this. Holy smokes. Let's see here. Daily. We can still move up a little bit higher. You see where. And you still have a little bit more room they could go here. But getting back to the S&Ps, look at how this thing jumped up too. Look at how it gapped up. It was kind of sitting there, just sitting there, sitting there, sitting there. And look at this jump. Look here to here. And then look at this jump. I'm not sure what news prompted that. I had a limit here. We came back. Let's see whether we can come down here and then eventually see a little bit more, a little better correction. Because like I said, we haven't even had very much of a correction here at all here on this move. I got lucky or was unfortunate with a couple of scalps on that. That put me in a good position. So let's go on and get into the news portion. Let's go and move into the news. So Aussie gains keeps gains after steady RBA, but CNO U.S. tensions temper the mood. The dollar handed back a silver. I think they meant to say a sliver. The doctor. Oh my goodness. The dollar handed back a sliver of recent gains to commodity currencies on Tuesday as oil prices bounced back, but hung on against the yuan as traders weighed optimism about a coronavirus recovery in China against fears about rising Sino-U.S. tensions. Look, these equities even pushed even higher, but there's really, remember we looked at the Russell and the Dow, and they had more room to work higher as far as a level. The Aussie dollar inched further up to 64 cents after RBA left its targets for the cash rate and three-year government bond yields unchanged at 0.25%, but forecasts the economy would suffer its largest ever contraction in the first half of the year. While RBA Governor Philip Lowe said a delay or reimposition of restrictions to contain the pandemic could make economic outcomes more challenging, the Aussie's rally this week has been helped by a drop in cases and lifting of some local restrictions. Public holidays in Japan and China lightened trade, while caution of the global growth outlook capped further moves in odd. Trump has stepped up verbal attacks on China ahead of a November 3rd election where both he and Democratic contender Joe Biden are jostling to project a tough stance against the United States' main strategic rival. An internal China's report warned Beijing faces a rising wave of worldwide hostility in the wake of the outbreak. Well, I think you knew that was going to happen, what do you expect? I mean, things can happen, but they covered the doggone thing up for so long. So of course, I think that's not part of that whole Trump thing with Trump, which is a bunch of fake stuff. But I think that's certainly warranted across the globe. Trump has floated tariffs or even reneging on U.S. debt obligations to China's retaliatory possibilities as he seeks to pin blame for COVID about the progress towards economic recovery elsewhere. This really isn't about that. This is about, let me point it to them so that y'all don't pay attention to the inability of my administration to take effective action from the get-go. That's exactly what this is about, okay? Caution, and that's not even politics. That's just straight up. I'm just telling you that's his playbook right there, is to keep making it's all about them, and don't look at me who I even said it's all gonna float away. There'll be 0 cases. And here we are. I just saw on the news, we had 1 million cases here in the U.S. So that's what that's all about. Not that I'm defending China one doggone bit. I think they should get every bit of retaliatory action from all the countries across the globe. Elsewhere, the euro was pressured by a court challenge from German academics to the European Central Bank's bond buying program. Euro. S&P's really coming off now at 28.58. Wouldn't mind having that ad up there. That tries, but that was too close to my ad. We are sliding back now. Now we're 2857. We're still falling. I've got a limit at 4.25. Hopefully they can come down there and I can just re-add it back again. Oh wow, I got filled. Fantastic. Now I look to add it back again. On my ad, look, we came down to 50. Wow, holy smokes. Let me show you this. This thing's really coming off. Oh, they have dismissed the partly dismissed the QE program. German court says ECB upon purchase partially violates the Constitution. That helped my short right there. Yeah, holy smokes. Yeah, that helped me. Got out of my ad. I'm always scalping around. It worked to my advantage nicely in Asia. So hopefully we can get this bounce right back up here. Okay. Hopefully you can bounce back up and put that ad back on. That helped me out. I hope I didn't mess up my thing. I was trying to push the buttons. I think I pushed the wrong button. Okie dokie. I think I've got the FX screen. Oh god, those alarms are just annoying. I'm all over the place. Hang on a moment. Make sure. 3. Okay, I've got the FX screen on. Okay. It'd be nice to see if we get a rebound. I'd like to add that on. Oh, let me pull in the news. I put in the news, and I guess that's where we only put in the other news story. This happened so quickly. Well, this is some pretty interesting news that really moved things around. So let's go back to the news here. Things have kind of taken a good little dip, but we came off pretty good. Let me show you also even in the Russell. Sorry to be bouncing all around, but this was a pretty good move. Remember, we were making new highs at the time. Let me show you this. Look at this move here. Holy smokes! Look at that. Let me go back to the currencies. So the morning bid, lockdown easing optimism, bond market mood. A late bounce on Wall Street over optimism that the New York could come out of its lockdown mid-May, and crude oil futures staging that recovery we talked about, the support of crude oil futures. Staging recurring concerns over tensions between Washington and Beijing fade into the background on Tuesday. That in turn inspired stocks in Europe to climb higher after the days in the red. The U.S. coronavirus death toll coming in below 1,000 for the first time in over a month. thanks to a drop in New York numbers, spurred risk appetite. California held the first U.S. state to go into lockdown, will ease restrictions from Friday, while some countries, including Spain, Nigeria, and India, also tweak to restrict curbs. Obviously, we've already had the bigger news right now is this German court. So that's where we're at right now. This is old news compared to what's just happened now. So I guess we can get rid of that when we get on to the analysis. Bear with me. And one moment. There we go. So let's go and move into the analysis. Had about some key news that popped up all of a sudden in front of us. One moment. Boy, these indices were poised to go much higher. Holy smokes. What if it would have been good news? Holy smokes, we probably would have knocked up another, who knows, 15, 20 handles of the screws. Moving on to the euro, trying to see if we can get a bounce in these equities so I can put my ad back on. Euro paired back on Monday among poor PMIs. The pair risks moving into the old range. Support for Tuesday will be 881. Let me see what came up. Looks like we made it right there. Looks like the low's 884 or whatever. Will be 881 with resistance at 980. So support's going to be 881. It says it doesn't apply to the coronavirus. It says it does not apply to the coronavirus. So actually, I'm trying to see if we can get a rally on this. Only on the ECB's assets. So we may get a rally back. It says it only applies to it doesn't apply to the coronavirus. So we could get a rally back a little bit here. And we got a quick jump. Come on, baby, let's go higher. Put the ad back on. I was hoping we'd jump to 262, but anyway, so 881. And let's go. Everything's happening right now. And resistance would be at 980. The reason it bounced up, because I'm hearing on the squawk, is that this only applies to it doesn't apply unto the coronavirus. So it's like, for now, they can do what they want. So that allowed us to bounce back up. We were trading at 54, and we bounced back up to 60. So I was hoping we could make it all the way back up to 62, but I didn't want us to roll right back down the hill. So I put it back on. Let's go and move into the cable. And cable held the bias chart support at 2408 on Monday's pullback. A potential move to 2330 remains and will be support over the next 2 days. Resistance will be 2525. So we held at 22.408, but there's still the potential they could slide down to 2330. It's a little bit of a stretch down here. I mean, we already came off quite a bit. Potential still remains for 2330. We'll go right there, which is going to be 23. 20, let's go 2360, but we still think we can get to 2330. So it's going to be 2360 for today. And we'll bounce it back. We're exit new highs here on the NAS. Try to put on another ad, see if they just got a little bit overstretched and those are wrong. Try and jump out. And the high, well, bias chart resistance is 25, 25. We had 24, 24. Can you make it to 25? And let's go and move on to the Aussie dollar. So the Aussie established a mini hammer on the daily chart as the bias chart support of 63.70 held. The pair will have resistance come in at 64.87. And that was kind of also allowing for the RBA. And support will be 63.52. So 64.87. 63.52. And let's go move into the Kiwi. So you go this way. So the Kiwi posted a small hammer on the daily chart, just like its cousin. Resistance comes in at 61.12 with support at 59.88. A potential move to 59.63 remains. So 59.88 and 61.12. And with that, let's go and move into the dollar CAD. So the dollar CAD rallied on Monday, just exceeding the bias chart resistance at 41.41 before pairing back to sub 41. Resistance will remain the same with support now at 40.21. So 41.41 is going to stand. The difference is that the support will move up to 40.21. And let's go move into the dollar peso. And now we're kind of moving along now. So the dollar peso posted a bearish engulfing bar on Monday. You can see that engulf the entire body. Resistance will be 24.38 with support at 23.75. So pretty tight today, though, tight range. So 24.38 and 23.75. Now let's go move into the Dalian. Okay, Dalian retains a sell mode. Immediate support remains 628 with additional at 584. Resistance is going to be 751. So 751, that ratchets it down. And it just got filled on that ad that was near the highs. I mean, now we're dropping back. I had added at 59. Then we made that jump even higher. I was able to get up from that, and I have that one too. Let me go on and scalp out of that one too if we go back to 54. Nothing wrong with making some extra cash. I'd like it to drop back down to 54.75. That might be a bit of a stretch, but we'll take it, see if it happens. Losing train of thought here. So Dalian retains a sell mode, immediate support remains 628 with additional support at 584. So 628 is going to remain. Oh, okay. So I had that from before. It's actually going to drop down to 628. And let's go move into the cash dollar index. And the dollar index snapped back on Monday, challenging resistance at 99.49. Tuesday's resistance will be slightly higher at 99.70 with support at 98.89. So 99.70. Okay, I got filled again on the other one I did the ad. Okay, not bad, not bad. So I still have the original, but it's been a good, profitable morning. Let's see. So I just have the lone original position. But even then I had two scalps in Asia. So let's see. Okay. I think I'll have a little bit of a tough time trying to rally back, but if it does, I'll gladly put it on it. I think it's, I guess I go for 59 again, see what happens. If not, we'll see if we can slide much further. 99.70. $98.89. And with that, we'll move into the cross rates. Look at this. You haven't even done much in euro. Look at this. It's pathetic. Look at all that big news and we barely even moved. Let's go move into the cross rates. VWAP on the SPOOs is at 28.49. If someone was short and they're still looking to jump in, VWAP is 28.49 with point of control at 28.47.5. But I wouldn't be covering there. I think my limit is at, actually I had it at 28.39.5. I think it was. I missed my handle by about half a handle, but I've moved it down to I think 28.38. I think it is. So I have to, I have move much lower for me to get out. Let's go here. So we did put in a little mini hammer, and we're kind of dipping, but look, we are as quiet as a church mouse. So previously we had 64.25 in the for Monday, and the low was 64.11. We'll stick with the 64.25, and on the upside, it's going to be this close and that high, which confluences at 65.05. And let's go to the euro yen. Well, we really came off like gangbusters yesterday, and we pushed it a little bit lower, but we are into some support, so we're going to go right there for support, 16.24. And resistance, you can see right here, these touches come across. It's actually just above the day's highs, which is going to be 1663. And let's go move into the euro odd. Well, we come back here and we got above that key 170. We did back below it. Support's gonna be right there, right there. I'm surprised it's coming back this low, but that would be support. I'm not so sure that it'll make it all the way back down here, but we shall see. 67.99. Let's just call it 60 right there. Call it right there, 68.17. And on the upside, it's got to be right back up here to this level, to 170, so 70 even. And let's go into the Euro Kiwi. We're pairing back, but I'm going to go with support right there. See right there, this bar right there? And they're pairing back, so support's going to be right there, 79.33. Equities still remain a bit weak here, kind of pressing to new lows on this recent move. Resistance is going to be that high right there. Actually, very right there, which is 80.65. And on to the Aussie yen. Well, we got a little mini hammer, and we're trading in a very, very quiet session. Resistance is going to be those two highs come across here. Actually, we'll run it up to this high right there, the close, 69.06. Support. Once again, it's a very tight day. Look at that. You see this bar right there? Right there. Which is 68.21, which we had 20. And we'll move into the guppy. These yen pairs are trading in very, very tight ranges. We're just going to go with the levels. 32.47. SPOOs are already down at 28.50. Remember, if you're still short, VWAP is 28.49. Resistance is going to be this high right there. Which is just a hair above the day's high, 33.24. And we'll finish with sterling on. We had resistance at 94.90. Right there, 94.25. Oh wow, we're 28.46 and a quarter now. 28.46. Whoa, we're really sliding. 28.45. Yeah, I was happy to get that that additional at that right at the highs. I think it was like 28.63, and then scalp that up and scalp that other one back off again. And but yeah, boy, we'd like to see this thing slide some more. Heck yeah, allow me to get out of my original, and then hopefully see it bounce. I can put it right back on. Support. Actually, it's right there. There's that low right there. Let's call it 90. We'll call it 92.90. It's just about the low anyway. And there we go. And we're getting a little bit of a bounce, hoping this thing would roll over and come completely apart. Oh, we finally said the euro finally woke up, taking a dip. So just a quick back move to the SPOOs. You can see what happened. So when we got the news, we fell back here. I got filled at, I had 54 and a quarter, 54 and a half. Sorry, 54.75. We rallied back. Looked like we're going to run out of gas. I thought, okay, I don't want it to fall back. I didn't put it back here at 59. Then I caught this high here because I'm thinking, okay, all they're doing is going back up here, and anybody that's long saying, oh, I'll be glad to get out. If I can get out close to flat a little bit, I'll be glad. So I figured we would pull back, and sure enough, we pulled back, got filled on that one, and then got filled on this one. I still have the original. But the point was, I'm trying to say is that this was kind of an easy read. I mean, not this part. It came down here. She rallied back. As he rallied back, then we got up here at 59. Then that'll be, okay, well, maybe they're going to run out of gas. But once they get back up to the high, people are going to say, Man, I was long from here, 2061. If I can get out flat or I can get out with a couple of handles, I'll take it. So I would have affected this thing would roll right back. It's certainly that's, but now we're kind of adding on to it. I'd like to see that thing go much slower. What I had was thinking best case scenario was probably going to be there, 28.33. Right now, you can see the slower moving average comes in at 28.40. I've got 28.39. I think best case scenario right now is going to probably be off of these levels is 28.39. So I'll probably move my level a little bit higher because I think if we do get down there, although we could maybe get into the upper like 28.37-ish. But my thought would be is if we do make it down there rather quickly, this would provide a bounceable area. You see here? And maybe if we make it down here to 28.39, we bounce back up to about 28.48, and then they turn around and sell it, and we come back down. So, but we'll see what happens. And then just real quick look at the Russell. You can see the wheels fall off the caboose on that too. So we've really come off quite a bit. There's some support coming in right there. Not too far away from it. Anyway, that's all we have. Thanks for joining us here in the European crossover webinar, and we'll see you in the chat room.